Close. Clifton Brown, IndyStar Pacers insider, talks about the team's overtime win against Denver, Sunday, December 10, 2017. Robert Shear. IndyStar Indianapolis. This season, Bankers Life Fieldhouse has been Victor Oladipo's house. He keeps stacking one virtuoso performance on top of another, lifting himself and the Indiana Pacers to unexpected heights. In a season of superb performances, Oladipo's best one yet came Sunday against the Denver Nuggets. He had a career-high 47 points and turned the Fieldhouse into a crazy house in the second half. And he led the Pacers to a come-from-behind 126,116 victory in overtime, after the Pacers trailed by 19 points in the second quarter. Late in overtime, Pacers fans chanted MVP, MVP, box score Pacers 126 Nuggets 116. "It was incredible," said Oladipo, who also had 7 rebounds and 6 assists. "These fans are incredible. It's like I never left college at Indiana. It was the same way." It was a scene no one could have anticipated when Oladipo and Domantas Sabonis were traded to Indiana during the offseason for Paul George. How fitting that the Oklahoma City Thunder and George are coming to town Wednesday night. This town fell out of love with George, and has fallen in love with Oladipo. Where are the people who said the Pacers were fleeced when they traded George this summer for several days? Oladipo knows he will be hearing plenty of talk about the trade, and about George. But Oladipo is riding high, preferring not to let outside noise ruin his karma. "I'm kind of getting sick and tired of the comparisons with Paul George and myself," said Oladipo following Sunday's game. "He's moved on. I moved on from the situation that I was in. Life takes its course, things happen. I'm happy here, he's happy there. I wish him all the best. I'm feathery right here as a Pacer. I don't have no disrespect towards him, or what happened. I'm just grateful, and honored, to put on this jersey every night." The Pacers 16-11 have won 4 straight on this 6-game homestand, and they keep finding different ways to do it. They dominated overtime Sunday, outscoring Denver 122. The final minutes of regulation were frantic. An Oladipo basket brought the Pacers within 114,110 with 132 left, then tough defense by the Pacers forced Denver into a 24-second violation. On the Pacers' next possession, Oladipo delivered again, this time kissing a driving floater high off the glass and in, over the outstretched hand of Wilson Chandler. Denver's Will Barton tried to close the door on the Pacers with a three-pointer, but he missed with 36 seconds to play. The Pacers rebounded, and went to Oladipo, who else he missed a three-pointer that could have put the Pacers ahead, but the offensive rebound went out of bounds off the Nuggets. Oladipo tried again, but this time he missed on a driving layup attempt. However, Oladipo drew a host of Denver defenders, leaving Thaddeus Young all alone for an easy putback, tying the score 114,114 with 5.5 seconds left in regulation. Barton missed a jumper on Denver's final possession, forcing overtime. Close. Nate McMillan, head coach for the Indiana Pacers, talks about Victor Oladipo, who scored a career-high 47 points in their defeat of Denver, Sunday, December 10, 2017. Robert Shear. IndyStar. Here are 3 takeaways from another magical game by Oladipo. 1. No matter how long he plays, Oladipo looks like he could play all day. Stamina is one of Oladipo's many strengths. He is not one of those high scorers who rests on the defensive end. He is a two-way player, yet he never seems to wear down. It is rare to see Oladipo breathing heavily, or bending to grab his shorts. Oladipo acts like he runs on batteries that never need to be charged. He played 45 minutes Sunday, and looked like he could have played another 45. "This is what we were hoping to develop, this type of player that, in the future will be a franchise player," said Pacers coach Nate McMillan. "His conditioning is great, it's Olympic conditioning. As we told our guys, we want them to be in that type of shape. He's just playing with a great deal of confidence." Point 2. Large deficits don't faze the Pacers. Denver controlled play for the first 18 minutes, building a 19-point lead midway through the second quarter. It looked like the Pacers had fallen prey to a trap game, after an emotional victory over Cleveland on Friday, and a few days before Wednesday night's matchup with Oklahoma City and George. However, the Pacers don't take nights off. They don't lose focus for long. The Pacers turned up their intensity on defense and started to make Denver take tougher shots. Gradually, the long-distance shots that the Nuggets were making in droves began to miss. The momentum changed, the crowd got louder, and the Pacers were back in the game, trailing by just 7 points at halftime despite being outplayed for long portions of the first half. This is what winning teams do. They hang around when they are not playing their best, and find different ways to get the job done. In this game, the Pacers had multiple players making important contributions. It was Lance Stevenson 12 points, 6 rebounds, Domantas Sabonis 14 points, Miles Turner 24 points, 8 rebounds, and Young 18 points, 3. Corey Joseph and Joe Young may have bigger roles until Darren Collison is 100%. Joseph started at point guard, with Darren Collison knee out of the lineup, and Joe Young logged 13 minutes off the bench. The Pacers are calling point guard Darren Collison's knee injury day-to-day, and they hope he will return Wednesday night. But even when Collison returns, the Pacers may want to be careful not to play him too many minutes. Collison's left knee has bothered him off and on all season, and there is not much let-up in the NBA schedule. Oladipo's ability to handle the ball took some of the pressure off Joseph and Young. The way Oladipo is playing, he takes pressure off all of his teammates. Follow IndyStar sports writer Clifton Brown on Twitter at Clifton Brown. More Victor Oladipo just keeps blowing people's minds. Twitter absolutely loves it. Pacers chemistry, you can see it. You can feel it. Love our Pacers coverage? Download the free InSports app.